Hey, so welcome to my podcast, Lead and Bacon. So we've all heard that tomorrow potentially could be a dangerous time for these cell groups, right? And a lot of us veterans are saying to the people, be ready, be cautious. And unfortunately, there's a lot of news media outlets out there, either private or chain medias that are saying, don't worry about it. The government got you. You know, for example, such as this. Let's take a second.
When it comes to this call to action on Friday, the White House says the U.S. intelligence agencies are on it.
We are constantly in touch with local law enforcement, state and federal officials across the country to make sure that we are as vigilant as we can be able to identify and disrupt any threats to the American people. We're absolutely going to stay focused on that.
Now, granted, the government's trying to do its part, right? Making sure that the people are secure. Maybe they are working with local law enforcement. Maybe they are trying to do something, right, to make sure that we are safe here. But to be fair, this is the same government that said the withdrawal in Afghanistan was a complete success. This is the same government that, in that process, got 13 service members killed. Now, we have to really pay attention and learn from history, right? That we cannot solely depend on government. We cannot solely depend on law enforcement or other federal agencies to ensure our safety. As citizens of this country, we've been afforded rights. I mean, right here, right there. Rights to what? Bear arms. We have resources such as YouTube, and granted, that's not the best resource to do training such as medical training, but if you're trying to learn how to place a tourniquet, YouTube is a good resource. There's also podcasts, there's also other websites that can teach you how to do first aid, take a quick course, something, right? Also, taking steps to secure yourself. Complacency kills.
You may be seeing a stepped up law enforcement presence in certain parts of your city, which is by design. But there are also security measures happening in your area that you won't see. As for any specific threat to the homeland, the White House says there isn't one.
I know of no specific threat streams here to speak to, but you heard the president talk about this yesterday. We're not going to assume anything. Because of the rise of anti-Semitism around the world, and certainly here at home, it makes perfect, prudent sense that we take the kind of action we have taken with local and state authorities to increase our intelligence posture, domestic intelligence posture, and to make sure that we're properly prepared to deter and disrupt any potential violent threat to the Jewish community here at home.
But in a case of terrorism, especially when it's spread across the whole country, when chaos ensues, there is not enough law enforcement. It is up to the individual citizen to take it upon themselves to protect themselves. Right. So, what's your opinion? What do you think? I think that as an American citizen, I take full advantages of the rights that I have. This one being right here in my hat, the Second Amendment, as it's displayed right now, right here. A handgun, right? And other, rifles such as my AR-15 or AK-47 that I keep in my safe. And body armor. Due to the fact that I'm a veteran, I have body armor. In that job, in that capacity, we take it upon ourselves to buy body armor for that reason, because we're warriors, right? Not every citizen has body armor, but it's available. You can make the purchase. And it doesn't have to be a full kit, as we call it, full vest with plates and everything. A simple bulletproof vest for handgun helps, goes a long ways. So, whereas we all want to trust on government, we all want to feel secure in our homes, we all want to make sure that we're safe, we can't spread this false hope that everything's going to be okay all the time, because it's not. We have to take it upon ourselves to learn how to do, how to administer first aid, how to put on a tourniquet. So, how to shoot a firearm. I bet if somebody, God forbid, there's a shootout or something like that in a public place, one of the terrorists drops a AK-47, I say about 90% of the public doesn't even know how to operate an AK-47. They don't know how to activate the safety lever. They don't know how to clear the weapon, how to load the weapon. Not at all. So even if you did have or come across a weapon, you don't know how to use it. It's our responsibility to ensure we know how to do these basic things. So it's a lot to think about. It's not to scare you. It's not to make you worry to the point where it paralyzes you as a person, but it is to make sure you learn from history and understand that the government is not your savior. It's upon it. It should be a personal responsibility for your safety, for that of your family also. Putting in step the risk management, the everything that you need to do to ensure that your family is prepared, that you guys think and act accordingly, and safety's on you. With that being said, God bless America. Thank you for listening. This is Lead and Bacon. My name is Jesus Barone. I appreciate you guys. Take care.